After playing quite a lot of hours of Stalker 2, finishing the game and now continue playing again, just loading a save. So the thing is with the Stalker 2 that it started for me like, oh my, this is just turning into a masterpiece. Then after that, like, okay, it's a kind of, a very faulty masterpiece. And then, all right, it's a great game. And then, all right, it's a very good game. And it's actually kind of stuck at a very good game. So in this video, I'm talking about the things that I didn't like about Stalker 2, and there are quite a few of them. The first thing is, it isn't a big thing, basically some inconsistencies with the voice acting. Sometimes you feel like, oh my god, this is just crazy voice acting. And then, you met another NPC that has terrible voice acting. Something was very inconsistent. The other thing that I think was a big issue for me, it's certain quests just designed so bad. Sometimes, with the Chimera, for example, with the progression where I tried many different things and then I just went straight and then I realized there's actually a shelter there. Something that's just so odd. So why? You can even make it something really exciting to do and feel satisfying to finish, but it's just really bad design in my opinion. And there are quite a few of those quests that are just badly designed. There are also many, fetch quests and other quests that are not interesting, but I expected it to be like that. But yeah, that's the nature of many open world games. Similar to this. You go do things, get rewarded. Sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's less. Yeah. Now, the other thing is regarding performance. So it's not the actual gameplay itself, but overall, I'm saying overall because it wasn't perfect, but overall, it just runs so smooth with frame generation, and it actually looks really good. Sometimes when I turn FSR frame generation on, it just looks not good. And here, it's actually look really, really good. I didn't encounter basically any issues or anything. It just ran very, very smoothly. That being said, once I connected a 2K display, it was a complete disaster. I couldn't even run it even on low on decent frame rates. There's something with those extra pixels just ruin everything. So yeah, so it is an issue, and that's why, by the way, so many people talked about performance issue because they're trying to play on 2K or 4K, even on a high-end graphics card like 4080, maybe 4090, and still experiencing issues. The other thing is that sometimes when I travel from one place to the other, and really at this point, for example, I load the save and I didn't finish the story, it suddenly resets. There's like a problem, then it suddenly resets, then it goes back to normal. Something very, very old, like it totally empty, like there's a problem there, then everybody goes to be at the same place when I travel. Maybe it's a bug, I don't know, it felt so weird. Same goes to, by the way, NPCs. A certain situation just standing still, or like the pigs all together just stuck, not moving at all. Little bugs that are kind of manifested themselves all across the game at certain situations. So you feel that, okay, you just ruined the immersion immediately because you say, okay, what? And suddenly the enemy, you can talk to him. When you talk to the NPC, they said, oh, you can't talk to me now, but 2 seconds later you can. Okay, they need to reset. But it's odd, their reaction, because you can interact with them and they have this reaction. Anyway, it leads to really odd situations in the game. The other thing regarding enemy design, in my opinion, the monsters, terrible. I didn't like it. So, if I want to put something as a joke at a high quality game and put monsters like that, that's how they would look like. They look just terrible. Like there's one monster is just kind of a fat monster. They just jump on the ground and then you kind of fall down. It's so weird, so awkward. Even as the fight is awkward. So yeah, lots of the situation. I didn't really like the enemy design. There's one that controls you via kind of a psychic thing, and also the look of this enemy just bad in my opinion. I also encountered some audio bugs when suddenly the rain kind of chops. You hear the rain and suddenly don't hear anything and you need to restart the game. So there's some also bugs as well regarding the audio. There's also a situation when an NPC kind of blocking the entrance to a door and just stuck there and you can't move and you can't get inside from the door. Luckily, there's another place we can actually get there, but it's so annoying when it happens because really sometimes when you interact with them, it can happen, and when they move, sometimes not. Also with the doors are bugged. So many doors are bugged. You try to open them, they look open, but they actually close. Something weird, and it happens so many times. And this is basically what it feels like playing a beta. It feels like they didn't, do the testing well enough and finish it properly. And maybe they needed more time in order to, make it just feel smoother and encounter these bugs. Because again, it's not something that you don't notice. It happens quite a lot, and there are many situations like that. So if there's like QA, for example, and people tested this game, they could have easily find these issues and hopefully fix them. So I know they had issues with development, I acknowledge that, but again, this game needs it feels like it needs a few extra months in order to polish it properly. It doesn't make it unplayable, but still. So it's amazing how it started something that I got so excited, and I told myself, wow, this game is insane. And kind of fall pretty fast towards the end. The thing is that in terms of gameplay, I think what holds the game is its atmosphere, basically. That's I think what makes such a huge difference, because again, just roaming around the world doesn't feel tedious or not fun, because you're so immersed with the world. So overall, I still think it's a very good game, but definitely has its issues that impair the gameplay experience. And also I didn't like the ending part too much, and some of the so-called boss fights. They felt not really well designed, so I can really say, wow, this is actually something amazing. It was nice, it was okay. Now I still do feel that the extra value or extra replay value for this game would be just trying out at harder difficulty. I think this is where those who are hardcore players who really want to test their ability to survive in the world will find it satisfying, because it can be very challenging. Because otherwise, if it's not challenging, this game won't be fun. The idea is that all the survival mechanic is what makes the game fun. Otherwise, it will be very, very boring. Just go shoot a few enemies, continue to the next area, shoot a few enemies. It doesn't make sense to play like that. So I think this is not reviewing here. I'm just saying they nailed the mechanics right in order to make this exciting, to continue exploring, find things, improve your character, find shelter, manage your resources well, in order to feel that the satisfaction for being able to accomplish something, even it's just traversing and just passing through certain tough enemies that can pose a threat. Yes, overall I think it's a very good game, good experience. Fall down to kind of a good towards the end, when you kind of it just leaves a bit bitter taste. Just wanted something different and more impact at the end. If you're not following the story, let alone if you're not following the story, it's going to be even much less, because the story is actually quite interesting. But if you're just here for the survivability and action, right, and and just don't care about it, you're going to miss quite a bit, I would say, because this makes the experience itself more interesting. But that's all. Yeah, there are many issues with this game overall, and hopefully they will be addressed. But overall, it's a very good game. I do recommend playing it. Thanks for watching.